If you're a wedding DJ, you need DJ music, right? I mean, it's kind of hard to DJ without it. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to find high quality, legitimate music to DJ weddings with, because honestly, it's kind of hard to be a profitable wedding DJ without it, right? Hey guys, I'm DJ Jason Hooper with WeAreWeddingDJs.com, and this is the second video in the series about how to start a wedding DJ business. If you're new to this channel or just stumbled across this video, I'm pumped you're here. And if you happen to like this video, do me a huge favor and like it. And if you want to see more videos like this, where I show you how to build and run a profitable wedding DJ business, hit the subscribe button and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I put out new videos every week. If you don't know me, I'm Jason. I've been DJing weddings since 2013, and I figured out a lot of ways to run a profitable wedding business that I want to share with you. Whether you're a bedroom DJ, or you're brand new, or you're a veteran deciding to get into weddings for the first time, you've come to the right place. But enough about me, let's get into it. So it's fairly obvious, or it should be, that if you want to DJ and DJ weddings, you're gonna need music, right? And you don't just need music that's coming out right now that's popular, you're gonna actually need a pretty extensive back catalog of music, and that can seem like a daunting task. It may be a little bit time consuming. In the long run, it's not that daunting, it's pretty easy. We've never lived in a better era or better time to collect music or listen to music or consume it. It's really easy, and for the most part, it's pretty cheap. Now, before we get into it, I want to throw out a disclaimer, and that is, don't rip music from YouTube to play. Don't play music from YouTube at your events, and don't rip or pirate music generally. It's just a really unprofessional, it's kind of icky and slimy way to run a business. And there's a number of other reasons that we can get into in a later video, but for right now, let me just say, buy your music, make sure it's high quality, make sure it's legitimate. All right, so here we go. The first thing that you should do when finding music to DJ weddings with is take a look at mobilebeat.com top 200 list. I will throw a link to it in the description, and they exist specifically for DJs. They have a lot of helpful tools, but one of them is the top 200 list, and they procure a list of most requested songs from DJs at real events from real people. When I started, I went to the website, downloaded the list, and went through and got all those tracks, especially because I knew that if these are the most popular tracks being requested at DJ gigs, that I'm probably gonna have to play these songs as well. Also, MobileBeat has lists specific to weddings like first dances, father-daughter, mother-son, cake cutting, you name it. They've got a lot of great choices listed there to get you going, at least to have an idea. At the very least, you can recommend songs to your couples who might be having a hard time picking one for a special dance at their wedding. So start there. Now you might be saying, that's great, but where do I get this music? Well, when I started filling in my back catalog, starting with the MobileBeat Top 200, I started on Amazon. Amazon is a great place to pick up individual tracks or full albums at a pretty reasonable price. They're about $1 a song, so you're gonna spend a little bit of money off the bat, but it's high quality and you can totally play them at your DJ gigs. When you actually get your catalog full, you're gonna use Amazon to kind of maintain your library. And what I mean by that is pick up individual tracks that might be requested by your clients. I still use Amazon all the time. And another source related to Amazon is Apple Music. Apple Music is cool because you can pick up tracks individually, you can buy them, you own them, you can play them on any device that you have in any way, including DJ software. But Apple can also serve as a first level library management tool in that it will show you the albums that you have. It will hold your tracks in one place. You can even share your library across devices if you have more than one Apple device, which is really cool. The only thing that I warn against with Apple Music is there was a time, and I'm not sure if this has been fixed or not, tracks bought from Apple had a source code or some sort of codec that would not always allow them to be played in DJ software. Granted, this was when I first started, and I'm sure that's been fixed now. And I do have certain songs I bought on Apple that play fine. It's just something to think about. The last thing you want to do is get a track and throw it in your DJ software and not have it play. All right, guys, the next way to procure music for your library, specifically your back catalog, is to hit the streets, hit your pawn shops, hit Goodwill, hit record stores. I know this isn't the most maybe cost-effective or time-effective tool, but if you're a music nut, which I'm guessing you are because you're a DJ, you're watching this video, is that you like to collect and look for music. Now, these are great places to sometimes find cheap, popular music that you can add into your library. Now, places like pawn shops, Goodwill, and record stores will actually have physical media like CDs. And you might be asking, Jason, how do I get these CDs onto my computer or my library? Well, if you don't have a disk drive on your computer or on any of your computers, you're probably gonna have to pick up one of these. Now, this is a disc reader, disc drive, disc player, and you can use it to read and burn CDs. I know that's probably technology that maybe some of you aren't familiar with, but it's actually how you can take the tracks on the CD and put them on your computer and use them, play them, burn them onto another CD for your mixtape or whatever. Does anybody even make mixtapes anymore? I don't know. Leave me a comment if you do. Now, I have added a lot of music to my library in this way. If I find, for example, like a best of CD or compilation or soundtrack, I'll pick it up if there's a lot of tracks that have been popular on the radio. I might not play any of them ever, but it's definitely better for me in terms of DJing weddings to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. One downside to this method of collecting DJ music is that you're gonna have a ton of physical space to store these things. I actually have 2 or 3 totes worth of CDs in my garage. However, I look at it as insurance, that if anything ever happens to my multiple hard drives, God forbid, I at least have some music stored somewhere that I can immediately start rebuilding my library. All right, so the next method to procuring and collecting music, and the one that I recommend the most if you're gonna be DJing weddings or really doing any type of DJing, are DJ subscription pools. Personally, I subscribe to one called BPM Supreme and Direct Music Service. I'll put links in the description. You guys can check those out. Now, what makes DJ subscription services so cool and so unique for DJs is that they stay on top of radio charts, meaning that the song comes out on the radio, you're going to have the opportunity to have it in your library. Also, what makes DJ subscription services cool is they make DJ specific blends, cuts, mix ready tracks. They also have a lot of cool remixes that you can use for your dance parties if that's your thing. But what I do recommend, that if you're going to DJ professionally, you need to be subscribed to one of these services. There are many of them out there: Promo Only, BPM Supreme, Direct Music Service, Top Hits USA. Additionally, a lot of these services provide video edits as well. So if you're DJing video, which you probably won't be doing much at weddings, you can pick your tracks up there. So the next method of having and playing music at your weddings are Spotify and other streaming services. In 2020, they're becoming ubiquitous with DJ software, in that if you have an internet connection, you have Spotify, there are services and ways, and sometimes even native to the software, that you can import your crates, import your playlists from Spotify and play from them. I don't typically recommend anything like this if you're DJing weddings, because personally, I can't always rely on an internet connection, and streaming is just too much of a question mark. Also, I can't always guarantee the quality from streaming songs and playing it through my software and through my PA out into the crowd. So I look at it as a less professional way to DJ. It's really great in a pinch. You can use that if you have a request that maybe your bride and groom want to hear that you don't have, or something like that. I would not recommend relying completely on services like those to DJ or to have as your entire library. Another important point with that is that Spotify could disappear tomorrow, and if they do, there goes your library. So if you're going to use services like Spotify, like Amazon Music, or anything else, make sure that you're using them sparingly, maybe for practice, or like I said, as a last resort in terms of pulling up a request. And also, speaking of last resorts, do not DJ from YouTube. There's nothing, in my opinion, less professional than DJing off of YouTube or playing music through a PA system off of YouTube. So that's it, guys. I've given you 5 legitimate ways to find music to start DJing weddings and making money. I also recommend getting 2 backup hard drives if you can, and that way you always have your library backed up in 2 places just in case. But that's a video for another day. Well, what do you think, guys? How do you guys procure music? How do you guys build your libraries? Did I miss anything? Leave me a comment below and let me know. Stay tuned for next week when I drop another video showing you how to build a profitable wedding DJ business. Until then, guys, have a good one.